Hello, today is Saturday, the 9th of January, 2021. Oh, I have to get the laundry out of the washer. Eek. 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 What? Laundry on the washer. Okay. Oh,
What's up?
nothing.
Nothing.
Just
Yeah, pretty much. You watched the Hawks game?
Seahawks?
Yeah. You're wearing a Seahawks coat.
And I'm cold. It's the garage.
Yeah. Garages are cold. They're generally not insulated or heated. And they're drafty.
Uh-huh. Hold on one moment. I thought I hear something pop. I just put some clothes in the dryer, so I put clothes in the dryer. Yesterday, the fence, it's like the gate open like that and it go boom. And I went upstairs and went everywhere. Everybody was sleeping. It was dark. I went up to my brother's room and say, "What the heck was that noise?" He's like, "I was going to ask you," he said. So I went outside and I saw the gate, the fence. The gate was burst open. The wind had blown it open. So I got the stool. I went out and then I put a pen, a pen to close the gate. Because, my dad have a lock, but he go in and out so often. I think yesterday was like, I guess he pushed the trash bins out there, so that's why he didn't close it. And it, it's like latch, and you don't stick a lock in it, the wind will blow the gate open.
Yeah. Yeah, it was windy last night.
Yeah, it's been windy the whole week.
Yep.
Oh, I saw a really good movie on Netflix.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to watch it. It's with Liam Neeson.
What's it called?
Let me look it up. Hold on. Give me a second.
I don't have Netflix.
What do you have?
Just cable.
Oh, they should have some good shows on cable. I think Superwoman 84 came on HBO. That was good. I saw it last week.
That's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah. Did you see it?
No.
It's free on cable.
I hardly get any channels on mine. I would negotiate a lower price because it got too expensive, so I would cut some channels to get the lower price. Then 3 months later, the price goes back up.
So you cancel?
Every time I get to try to get the price lower, I lose channels. But then 3 months later, the price goes back up to where it was before. It's now over it's close to $250 a month.
Yeah.
For very basic cable and internet. That's it.
Oh, a Wi-Fi with Infinity or Comcast. It's only $40.
Yeah, that's what I have, and I don't have the option of anything else. I mean, I think I could get Dish, but it's about 1/10 the speed of Comcast, and that's it. There's no other choice. And they know it, so that's why it's over $200 a month.
Okay.
They're ripping me off.
Oh, yeah. Don't want that to happen. What's this guy? Huh. Some Vietnamese, 3 of them, news anchor, got put in jail in Vietnam because they were talking against the communist government.
Yeah.
Did you look that up?
No, but I'd heard that was...
a no-no?
Yeah, that was something that will happen to you. Even tourists, they talk bad about the Vietnamese government. You could end up in prison.
Wow.
But most likely, they'll just put you on a plane and send you back to the U.S. And then you'll never be able to go back into the country again.
We talk shit about Trump, and we don't get in trouble.
So it's because it's America. We've got freedom of speech.
So sad.
The freedom of speech is freedom from prosecution by the government for saying, bad things.
I need to put a timer. I put on the laundry for 1 hour, so I'm gonna turn on my timer. Otherwise, when it goes off and I don't announce it, what are you doing?
I got a headache.
Oh, okay.
My neck is kind of stiff,
Okay.
Kind of hurts.
Maybe you should lie down.
That makes it worse. It's better. My headache was really, really bad earlier, but I went to the store to get my mind off of it, and it mostly went away.
Usually when I have a headache, I drink Coke.
I had some tea, because it's the caffeine that does that. Caffeine is a pain reliever. That's why for many, many years, aspirin contained caffeine. So you take an aspirin for a headache, and the caffeine, helps relieve the pain.
Why do you take an aspirin? It's supposed to be a dilute of the blood vessel. It clears blood clot.
If you're at risk for a stroke, that would be the thing to do.
Not only a stroke, but high blood pressure. They say that is, like baby aspirin a day helps.
Yeah, I would see a doctor before I'd start doing that, because you just don't know. Maybe it'll help, but maybe it'll cause it could cause other problems, or maybe it won't do a thing for someone's particular condition. I don't know.
What's your particular condition? Are you telling me your migraine?
I don't know. I'm borderline high blood pressure.
Yeah.
But I can control that by just limiting my salt.
Thank you. Some people don't believe in that philosophy. My family.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I don't have high blood pressure, so what I say about salt is kind of like trivial to the ones who already have the diagnosis of high blood pressure. My dad. Have you talked to him lately?
We chat.
Hey, is that another one of the Vietnam shirt?
What's that?
Is that another one of the Vietnam shirt?
No, this is Sturgis.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw a dragon.
Motorcycle rally in South Dakota.
Okay. I thought I saw a dragon.
It's actually a skeleton horse with a skeleton rider.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I asked you earlier. You didn't respond. Oh, yeah, we got interrupted. Did you talk to Tu lately?
Yeah, we chat every day a little bit. She seems to be chatting less and less. Well, some days we'll chat for like a couple of hours, but more often than not, it's just a few minutes here and there.
Well, I guess you got to know each other more. Now you're bored of each other or comfortable with each other. When you become more comfortable, you don't have as much secrets or mysteries. When you talk less, that means that you already become comfortable with her. Initially, it's like, I want to talk, because I don't know about you. But now that I know, your schedule, you come home from work and you kick back and relax. So, basically, she built comfort, So then she's kind of like, okay, you do whatever, that you usually do. And I think I know your schedule pretty well. She probably say something like that in her head.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we do a lot of asking the same questions. How was your day? How do you feel? Whatever. Did you have dinner? Did you have breakfast?
I see.
Need to have some new questions.
I mean, if I have a boyfriend, I think that would be that's good news. You know why it's
Yep.
good news? Because it means that, I think I figured him out. I'm no longer.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. Then again, I don't have one, so what do I know? You're right about the maybe part.
The what?
You say maybe.
Yeah.
How about soak your feet? Maybe you should soak your feet in warm water, help with your head. Because I know you have your varicose vein that could have stimulated on there. Have you thought about elevating your feet a little higher on the table?
Well, like I said, my headache is pretty much gone, but my neck is still a little stiff, and I think that's posture related. It started when I was on the computer. I had to leave the computer because the pain was getting intense.
Oh, you were at the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see myself like when I'm videotaping, and then I see myself looking at the computer, and I see myself engaged in this like posture that's like very, very poor posture that could lead to certain kind of, yeah. I know for a fact when I'm sitting at the table you built, and then I slouch on this armchair. Oh my God! I developed this like rhomboid problem on the side that I was leaning on, and that took like a long motherfucker just to get rid of that. It was a lot of heating pad.
Yeah.
And then
Soon I'm going to have to get a new monitor because mine is starting to have some problems. So I think the next one I get is going to be a little larger, and I'm going to make it wall mounted, so it's up higher so that I can't slouch down. I have to look up. So if it's higher up rather than, if it's above or at my shoulder level instead of below, then less of a tendency to slouch.
Right. Yeah, I see myself slouching because the monitor, okay, the screen, all right, if you look, the screen is right here. You see how I'm taller than it? Now, if I had it a little, then I would be looking up. That would be a good news. That itself would be a lot better for my neck, And a lot of people, not only you, have serious neck and shoulder problems. And that itself is one hell of a mess. Some people, they work for Microsoft. They even had a procedure, steroid shot. Steroid shot done to the neck. I mean, rhomboid, close to the neckline. I remember this one guy. I forgot his name. It started with a J. Joey? What is it? Joe? It's a Tiger year, 1974. J. Maybe it's in my phone book. He even had rhomboid shot, a steroid shot on his rhomboid neck. J. It's gonna kill me.
Yeah, I need to find a chiropractor. Get my neck and back straightened out.
Joe. His name is Joel. Like Noel.
Joel.
Yeah. And his son's name is Jewel.
So Joel's parents must be fans of Superman. because Jor-El is the father of Superman on the planet Krypton.
Well, he's white American, so that would.
What's that?
I say he's white American, so that would go figures.
Yeah.
I think John goes to see a chiropractor, and yet he still have that same problem too. The neck shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to because Microsoft paid for a chiropractor, and yeah, I don't think. I think he sees them like 2-3 times a week, and it's like 5 minutes. It's just 5 minutes. Come in and they crack you, and then you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of. But then my concern is since they are like fixing your joints. Now Skip, he was in the Air Force. He had a procedure done like that with a chiropractor who twisted his head like that. He ended up going to on an ambulance to the emergency. And then he sued last year, 2019. He lost. That chiropractor cracked him, left him in a coma. Well, not in a coma, in a state of, like knocked him out.
Yeah. Is he paralyzed?
Not anymore, but at that time when he did that, it just like left him unconscious. They resuscitate him in the emergency in the ambulance, and he was back to normal. But he sued them. He didn't win though. That's my concern right there. You know, John goes to the chiropractor 2-3 times a week. Like every morning, 10 o'clock or something, and they fix him, they crack him. It takes 5 or 2 minutes. He comes in, they crack him like that, and he's out. Microsoft pay for it. It's like, I don't know, $90 or something. I don't know. But my point is, you know, you would think that something that occurred, that you get treated, that's it. Why are you keep seeing them 3-5 times? You know what I mean? A month or a week or whatever.
Well, it's you know, your body habitually goes into a certain position, and the chiropractic adjustment will pull you out of that position, but your body might pull you right back into that. But if we're after repeated adjustments, then your body stops doing that. Because I know when I first went going to the chiropractor a long time ago, I had heartburn all the time. I mean, I'd go through Tums constantly because heartburn just day and night.
What did you end up taking?
The doctor gave me Zantac and told me to put bricks under the head of my bed to lift it up. But I started going to the chiropractor, and it took 4 months, and then my heartburn went away for 20 years.
After you seeing the chiropractor?
Yeah, but it took between 4 and 5 months. Yeah, of several times a week adjustments. I went there for my headaches, not for the heartburn. I didn't tell him I had heartburn. I didn't think anything of it, but he took care of it.
Oh, so you had good results. How come you didn't go back?
I have been, you know, I moved to a different area and it was too far away, so I'd get a different chiropractor. And, you know, I've just had different chiropractors through the years. This guy, the first guy, he's retired. He retired probably 10 years ago, or maybe more. I don't know. But you know, because of the pandemic, I haven't been going to the chiropractor. You know, don't want to risk it, but I'm probably gonna have to risk it because I'm in, you know, because the heartburn has come back really bad. I mean, I don't have it every day like I used to, but I have it often enough that I I can't eat certain foods because it hurts.
I used to have heartburn. When I moved back here from Pendleton, 2008, I took care of it. Guess how?
And you told me white rice, but
Yeah, but it wasn't my idea. It was the officer recruiter at the recruiting office, because I had to do my physical for him. And when I finished my run, I was hurting. And then he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Oh, my stomach is hurting so badly. And it goes up to my esophagus, this gas thing." And the doctor at the VA had prescribed Prilosec, and it was not effective. So he said, he's Filipino, so he's a gunny. So he said, "Listen, the Filipinos have a way of treating gas and all that. Just white rice and salmon." So there was like this fast food joint outside of MEPS, which is, right around the corner of the waterfront MEPS, over in Magnolia. Or right off from the from downtown. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, the MEP station that I went through,
It's the same.
it's not the MEP station anymore.
Are you
So
sure?
they moved it.
I thought it's the same. It's waterfront, close to where the ferry is.
No, that's different. The one I had was the one at the MEP station I went to. The building is still there, and it still has, the inscription cast into the concrete, and it's right on the main road between Seattle and Ballard.
Yeah, it's the same.
So the main street, and it was just down the road from the Ballard Bridge.
Yeah. It had not moved.
No, it's different. No, from 1983 or 1982, when I went there, the MEP station was right on the main road, but it's not there. The building that was the MEP station that I went to is now some other business.
I'll look it up. MEP station. Anyway, so there was a fast food joint, teriyaki. So he ordered me rice and salmon. He said, "Eat that every day for the next 3 days," and I did. It cured everything. I didn't do shit. Prior to that, I was suffering for at least like 6 months. Oh my God, it was.
Yeah, I was suffering for years from heartburn. Probably 5 years.
Yeah, this one is 4735 marching away. It's still there. They have not moved.
Marching away.
Yeah, so let me see how old this MEPS. MEPS Seattle aging. Okay, MEPS in Seattle.
Single-story concrete building?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not single. It built up. But let me see the history of this MEPS. See? 1953, the Air Force established the recruiting place on 58. Boeing Aircraft Corporation and moved to Alaska Way in 1961. From the current MEPS, it used to be in Alaskan Way South. Okay, a little south from there. In 1961, but the location of MEPS of the Federal South Building, where it is right now, has been there since 1961. It had been moved to Alaska before that. which is 1958. Here, in 1953, the Air Force established own recruiting service, although processing and listing continue under the Army. In 1958, Air Force and Boeing Aircraft Corporation took over the Ford plant. Army examining section moved to Alaska, way south. In 1961, the headquarters then moved to Seattle. Maps of the federal building as of now. Yeah, it's the same building, but you say it's only one stories? No, this has.
Well, from the road, the building that I went through Maps. I know it is not Maps anymore. It's a business like I don't know, some sort of artist thing, but it's complete. You know, it probably 10 years ago
here
or so.
Is the building. This building, but then when I went to recruiting. When I went to my physical examination, is over here. See, this is the bigger building, and then it kind of go down, and there's one stories over here. Okay, it's off the picture. But this one is is 2 stories. The first building, and there's a couple of buildings there, and some of the building next to it is not being used. The whole entire strip of it. See, it's close to the water right here. Right here, the water. So right here is where MEPS is, and it takes an entire block almost.
Yeah, that's a different building than the one I went in. That's much larger than the building I went in. It was a very old building. It looked like it dated from 1961, but it definitely, I know the last couple of times I've driven past it, which has been a while, it was definitely not military anymore. So.
Where did you drove to? Are you talking about Martineau Way, or are you talking about somewhere else?
Martineau Way in Seattle, yeah, the MEP station that I went to, twice actually. Once in 1982 for my initial enlistment, and then in I was in for 8 years, and then out for 3, and then went back in. So it would have been 91 or 92.
And as a reservist,
and I went back in there, and I went through the MEP station, the same place.
And as a reservist, you probably report to MEPS quite often, don't you?
No, only when you go. Only when you're in processing.
Oh, so you only went there once? You didn't go there to pick up rank,
I went twice.
Oh, okay.
Each time it was from the initial enlistment, and the time when I re-enlisted after taking like a 4-year break from college.
Okay. Yeah, it's very serious, but it's tradition. Anyway, so those were the good old days, my friends.
Yeah, back when I didn't suffer so much from pain, and if I fell to the ground, I got up with no problems.
So now you have.
I didn't ache so bad I couldn't sleep.
Now you have some gas issue, huh? And some.
Well, yeah, muscle aches.
And some headache and some neck pain.
Mostly it's my shoulder, the front of my left shoulder. Man, it will hurt so bad.
Well, it's up to you.
The only way I can sleep, sort of, is if I take a couple of Motrin before I go to bed.
You want me to look at it?
I need to see a doctor.
Oh.
But it's more serious. It's more serious than that.
We have some Vicodin at home. I wouldn't give it to you because my dad probably needed it. But it's not really Vicodin, it's Cogan. We went out. We got out of the hospital, and the doctor gave him some codeine just in case he's still having back pain due to the high blood pressure. But he had the procedure, so he shouldn't be having pain. But usually, when he feels irritated due to high blood pressure, it enlarges his aorta of the abdomen. Then, when it increases, so it kind of like made an impact on the muscle of his back. But recently he doesn't have any pain after the procedure, the repair. But I gave him like the first 3 dosage of it the first 3 days once he came back from the hospital, but we haven't used it, and there's at least 10 more dosage in there. There's no refill. But it's Tylenol codeine, so it's a little higher than Tylenol. It's not Vicodin. It's a grade above Tylenol. Codeine.
Oh yeah, Tylenol 3.
Yeah.
Which is Tylenol with codeine.
So.
Yeah, I've got stuff that's more powerful than that, but I don't like to do that. I don't like to take those pills.
Yeah, I try not to.
So only when I'm in desperate need.
Yeah, and most of the time that means just go to the emergency or urgent care or something.
Yeah.
They give you even the shot of steroid that Joel got, it did not really make a profound impact on his muscle, his neck muscle. Because he still suffered from it, due to his poor posture when he's coding for Microsoft, Just imagine if you're coding consistently like this. All right?
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to lift my head anymore.
My sister as a coder, she also had problems too with her back. But that's why she walked 2 hours on the beach, on the waterfront every day. So that helped with her skeletal system. Now, I don't know about the muscular. It's just I guess it's the muscle, the back muscle, plus straightening of the skeleton, the muscle-skeletal system. Yeah.
Balance the whole system.
Yeah. It's obvious it affected the entire package. But for your situation, and somehow I kind of like insist this procedure for at least 3 people, like Dan, John, and yourself. The treadmill for circulation, posturing. But John is not doing it at all. He's just, even a bicycle, like a stationary bike, that would help a lot with circulating, blood flow.
Yeah. Well, my job is physical, so...
That's what Dan say, too.
I walk a lot every day, up and down stairs,
So when you're
I
home...
shoot a pedometer to find out how far I walk.
Yeah, you're always on your feet.
Yeah, to the point where my feet are killing me by the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, you and Dan have similar sort of job where it demands, mobility. John, on the other hand, is just he and his computer,
Yep.
Interestingly, my brother, he's also desk bound to his environment because he chose it, checking up stocks and stuff like that, and doing net surfing on a daily basis, and yet he's physically well. I guess he does a lot of where the door hang and then he put a bar and he lifts himself on a bar. 20 lifts. 20 pull-ups. So he doesn't have a stomach.
Who is this?
My brother who lives upstairs.
Oh. Yeah, it's easier for somebody small and light to do those kinds of things.
Yeah, I told Dan about it, and he's like, well, he had a Bowflex, so I don't know what that is, because the Bowflex is more complicated. You know, it has the abs, the pull, the muscle. But with his height, being 6'5", he still have a pouch, you know. He's younger than my brother, but still. But then again, he's also Anglo-American. He's not Asian. That's typical to have a pouch, you know what I mean?
A pooch?
Yeah, pooch.
Yeah,
like a
he's
belly.
not the stomach pooch. Stomach pouch means he's a marsupial.
Marsupial?
Marsupial, like a kangaroo.
Okay. Okay, it looks almost like that. Sometimes I look at it. Shame on me.
Yeah.
I call it a pouch. Somehow I don't realize it's a pooch. The word pooch sounds like poo-poo.
Well, pooch is like a dog, but I mean...
we don't have animals.
Whatever.
Yeah. Just imagine you would just speak Vietnamese to me. Just kidding. But the test is coming up, huh? Because Tu put in her application for a retesting to come to America. That's why I hear Tam said.
She didn't tell me anything about that.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, their family is so... well, she lives up in Ho Chi Minh, and then Tu is living in Mỹ Tho. So... You know, she lived with Yang, and she came home over the weekend for the New Year because Yang company called Ao Giao, the engineering firm, you know, give her 3 days of leave. So she and Tam went down to Mỹ Tho to visit their mom. They left her, Jang's husband, and the daughter, the baby, in Ho Chi Minh. And that's why she have a new updo. I asked her...
Who has a new updo?
Tam. Well, it's not really new. Jang also got a new updo, and so did Tam, but not Tu. Just those two. The working girls.
Yeah, the ones who have jobs.
Yeah. You know, Tu can get a job. She's a college professor.
Yeah, she says the one job that she can have is too far away.
She can...
And it's roughly about as far away from her house as my job is away from my house, about 20 miles. She says it's too far.
Well, you know, if I'm in Vietnam, and the popular thing to do right now is selling food or selling as a, you know, my parents make money of being a merchant, a business person. So, you know, even right after the military, I was running my own show, you know, doing what I do. And then I migrate, you know, before I left the military, I make sure I had the licenses to do what I need to do. But sometimes you have to change profession, you know. She doesn't have any kind of expenses, that's the thing. So then she's kind of living precariously, not needing money. I don't know what her... I think maybe it's her pride. She thinks...
I don't know, she asked me for money. She wants me to send her money once a month now.
It's not that much. I like this YouTuber, Saigon Yo-Yo. He just made 200 sandwiches for the hospital. I was thinking maybe I help him monthly too. I mean, I sent it twice already since I got to know him. His channel. I don't know him. Okay, I don't talk to him. I just know his channel. Okay, we're not. He's just a YouTuber. I'm just a viewer. But you know, some viewer inspire you. You know.
So he's in Saigon. Do you know where?
Yeah, 3rd Wing, District 3 or something. Oh, based on his Facebook, he has a. I can send you the link. Like I said, this guy, I don't contact him on private at all. We don't. We're not like that. We're just have a common interest, which is he's shooting Vietnam, and I'm just supporting. Here, his address is Quận 3, so number 3, so District 3. That's where he lived, but there's no address or anything. Because when I put this in the transfer money in Vietnamese town in Seattle, they asked me, you know, the sender asked me, you need to have the exact address. I don't have his exact address.
Yeah, you'll have to ask him.
He doesn't need the exact address because the sender called him up and arranged a location to meet. So my YouTuber goes to, you know, and this guy, Hồng Lan, is a franchise worldwide. And recently, I think that if I Google right now, I can see Hồng Lan because I was giving this information to Greg. He served in the Marines back in Vietnam era. And he said in the past he was trying to send money to Vietnam. But he didn't know their service, so I gave him this. And if I look at online right now, Hồng Lan. So
District 3 is right in the heart of downtown Saigon.
well, you know, my cousin lives in District 1. She is at the heart.
District 1.
She's not. We're not talking about Van. We're talking about my uncle.
Well, yeah, just the District 1 has, that's on the water, but right next to it is District 3, just northwest of it.
Yeah, like I say, I don't know. You know, I don't know where he lived. He's just saying he lived in District 3. 1 million people live there.
Yeah, pretty close. It's big enough.
Because he, like I say, he does not have an exact address.
Oh, he does. He just doesn't tell anybody.
Or, well, what he looked like. Doesn't even have what he looked like either.
Yeah, the hotel I stayed in on my first trip to Vietnam was in District 3.
Oh, was that District 3?
Yeah, it was District 3.
With Van? You and Alex?
Yes.
Oh, that's District 3? Well...
Yeah, because I was... so I've got the places circled that I was able to walk to. I can't seem to figure out where I was staying.
Someone liked my comment. You know that one show where he's giving out money to, not money, sandwiches to the hospital. The last, it was 1,000 sandwiches. And these are the last 200 sandwiches. So I made a comment because there are some haters of him in the previous show saying that, you know, his laugh is ridiculous, annoying. And so I say to him, you know, and he said he was sad to hear that people say that. But if they really want to find him, go to District 1 to find him. He lives in District 3, so I don't know why he tells people to go to District 1 and find his boyfriend. His boyfriend in District 1 will beat up the person who thinks that his laugh is annoying. So now I made a comment. I said, you know, hello, you know, don't be too sad. For someone to hate you, they must love you to feel that strongly, right? So that's what I said to him. And someone liked it, so they marked thumbs up. But it's true. It's like he's in this show. He's giving the viewers the physical address was District 1, and he said my boyfriend will be there to beat you up. So I guess my YouTuber is gay. He's 33, so yeah. And there's a lot of sexually precarious, you know, no biggie. It's a modern world. I mean, I'm not gonna be gay, but if you choose to be gay,
well, it's not a choice, really.
yeah. But you know, if I look at another woman, I'm not gonna be interested in her.
You know, that's because you're not lesbian, so you know.
But I haven't been interested in anybody for the last 5 years. You know, I meet very attractive people, but I still am not interested in them. I'm kind of attracted to this YouTuber, but now I find out that he's gay, so I'm like, oh. Just today, I found out he's gay. So I'm like, no biggie, you still could be my friend, but I don't even know what he looked like, and I'm kind of attracted to him, but if he's gay, you know. And he's a little too young anyways, because, you know, I like men who are a lot more, actually, you can't control it.
Yeah, you are what you are. Some people say being gay is a choice, but, you know, considering how much trouble it causes, I don't see how that could be.
And, you know, I don't even know what he looked like, so for me to like him, it's like, do I really like him? I'm just bored. You know, to like someone, sometimes you live with them for 30 years, be married, and then you end up divorced. You see that person every day, and you know what I mean? For example, a lot of people like Dale Spencer, you know, he was married for 33 years and he ended up divorced because he and her were, I don't know. So when you like someone, does it mean that you have to meet that person? Not really. Like I like Wham, or I like Careless Whisper, George Michael, and he's gay too. Damn you! And he's dead. He's also a dead man. You know. And I listen to, huh?
I don't know.
George Michael, Wham.
Yeah, I know he was gay. He's dead now.
Yeah, but I'm saying when I liked George Michael, did it matter to me that he was gay? I liked him when I was a little girl, listening to him. Wake me up before you go. You know, I listened to him during Christmas too. What are you doing?
Looking something up on the computer.
Oh. This morning, my favorite YouTuber sent me a whole bunch of hearts for my responses over the last 5 days. I did not respond to him for the last 2 days, only because one of his clip was of his hometown. I'll show you. This really skinny old lady, she got bullied by her co-workers, 3 of them, and they're fat, and she did all the work, and it made me so sad, you see. I didn't want to watch him, his video for like 2 days because of the skinny old lady. Here's the skinny old lady. See that? And look at all these fat chicks. And the owner is this fat chick. This one. Oh, hold on. It's on an ad.
She didn't look fat to me.
Give me a sec.
She's not nearly round enough to be fat.
The owner? Oh, who are we talking about?
Oh, the owner.
Here's the owner.
Okay, that's the owner?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks a little overweight, but she doesn't look fat.
How about this one?
She looks normal.
And this one? This guy? That's her husband.
Okay.
And then this is the skinny old lady. Okay, here, let's go back. Here, there's the skinny old lady with her, back like that. Remind me of my aunt or my uncle when he died, which is Tu's dad. Not my aunt, my uncle. He was so skinny. It was so sad.
Yeah, I saw pictures of him. He was very skinny.
Yeah, but he wasn't working. He was just sitting there playing video game all day. When 2009, when I went back there. When we came back, he's dead, right?
Yeah, he had died the year before.
Yeah, it was 2016 we came back, but it was 2009 when I saw him, and he was skinny like her. And it really upset me because she did all the hard work, cooking all the broth and the blood and all that in the back, and she carried him back, and she threw in the pot. And this fat chick, the one you say is not fat, because you're a typical American who say this girl is not fat, she kind of brushed her aside with the elbow like this, you know, like, I feel so bad for the old lady. Made me want to cry, and it's up close to the picture of the old lady. You can see her eyes as if she had tuberculosis. And when she bent down, you can see that her spine is kind of like, you know, it's not a smooth spine when you bend. You see when I bend? Her?
Kyphosis.
Yeah! And then these three ladies just like, it made me feel bad for her. And it was so emotional for me, so I couldn't watch his clip for like a couple of days. And then I sent him a private text. Usually I don't. I sent him a text and I said, I really hate you.
You really hate who?
I really hate you. Hate him.
For how they treat that lady?
I didn't say that. I just said, I really hate you. I am pissed off. I really hate you. I didn't say that. Okay, I said, I'm really pissed off. Hate will be a good word. So a couple days later, I think it was Friday, because that's when I checked my day low for the first time after so many days, and then he asked me why. It was last night before I went to sleep, and I got that text, and I said, because of that old lady. You know, how these 3 girls mistreated, bullied this old lady. And you video it. And this is your hometown. Supposedly, this is your hometown. If I'm in Utah, right, and my viewers see something like that, for my hometown, that's not possible, okay? Just like me showing America, if I was to go to Bellevue and take a shot of I would not shoot about rioting or belittling people. I would shoot the beautifulness of my hometown, right, where I live. So that's why I said I explained to him why. Are you?
Hello?
Yeah. So you understand why I say I hate him?
Because he showed a scene that she was getting
Bullied
yeah.
by these 3 girls. And the whole clip, she was bullied. And no one stand up for herself. And in the end, she was like pouting in the back. And I kind of feel bad for her that she has to be in this kind of circumstances where she had to work in an environment where she get bullied. Because I put myself in a situation where I work and my peers are bullying me, right?
Right.
I will walk away. I'm like, adios, au revoir, goodbye. And that happened before. That's why I run my own show. I run my own business. I work by myself because I will retaliate against these motherfuckers. You know, just because you have a business does not mean that's okay for you to treat me the way that you should not be treating me. You know, like Jessica. When she bullied me, I'm going to retaliate these motherfuckers. That's what I'm going to do. You know? And there are regulations in the military when I get bullied. When I first got to the unit, you know, this black guy, he pinned me against the wall and he harassed me. And it's like, why did you ran away from color? I'm like, I did not run away from colors. Because you're supposed, when you hear colors, then you're at the position of attention and you have to salute and stand there for 2 minutes until colors ends and then, you know, you proceed. But he said that I ran away from colors to get cover so I wouldn't salute to colors. And I just got there my 3rd day and I was pulled into patrol for 24 hours. Actually 48 hours. Well, actually, yeah, 24 hours. But basically it's 48 hours because you didn't sleep and then the next day. Anyway, so he pinned me against the wall and since I'm the sergeant in charge because I'm on duty to watch over the barracks, so I screamed back at him even though he was higher in rank than me, you know, he's a black guy. I screamed back, who the fuck are you? I'm the one in charge. You don't pin me against the wall, and I don't care if I'm a fucking Lance Corporal. Get the fuck out of this office right now. Otherwise, motherfucker, you're gonna get it. He got it the next day. I told my platoon, and you know what they did to him? They hanged him upside down.
Yeah, you don't do that sort of shit. That's,
But once I report him,
serious bullying there.
Once I report him, other girls came up to me and tell me he did the same shit to them.
Yeah, it's just bullying.
And that's going to happen everywhere, you know, unless somebody stand up and demonstrate that it's not appropriate behavior, then, you know, you cannot condone to that just because, you know, okay, this girl has a business, and so that means she's well-to-do, right? And, you know, she's well-fed, and she's not sick, and she's not working for others. She's hiring to help. And there's going to be a lot of suckers sucking up to her because she's the owner. And that's where you go and you say, you know, you have to work for a fair boss, or you work for somebody like her. And you have to, you know, sometimes you just have to, like, cut your losses and, like, sayonara with that kind of attitude, you know. My parents, when they were in Vietnam, they have their own business. They never work for someone else. Never. You know. no matter how much money they bring in or how much money they generate, it's dependent upon the two hands, you know. So
Yeah.
for someone to work for somebody else and get mistreated like this, and she's doing all the heavy work and not appreciated in that context, it make me very sad to see this. I mean, and she didn't stand up for herself. I mean, she looked so sick and so sad. Tuberculosis is almost like, and psoriasis, or how'd you say that? Where the bone of the spine is kind of that curvature. Oh.
Yeah, well, that's the Dowager's hump.
And just her face altogether and missing teeth. And she had this mole right on her forehead. It's a bad luck mole. A big ass one, you know, from fortune telling. It's just, and this fat chick just always trying to scare her off. I shake my head at this episode because this clip is not one great perspective of his hometown. It's on the coast, you know. The thing about coastal people who live on the coast, and I think they're well-to-do because back in the days, you know, they own boats and they get access to the sea. So back in the days when, you know, the Americans were accepting boat people, these Phan or Cam Ranh or all of the coastal Vũng Tàu, all of those coastals get the first access to the water to escape Vietnam. They are very wealthy people, hard-working people. But now that the American policy or international law closed, where they cannot accept, political refugees, then of course, you know, their job is not as demanding. So what they would make the living or survival mode, these towns that's coastal next to the waterfront, is primarily seafood. They will never starve. They will always get food from the sea. That's the myth. The rumor is. What are you looking at?
That they'll never go hungry because they live on the sea.
That's the rumor. And they're very hardworking people because people from the sea are hard workers. And they're never seasick because they're right next to the coast, so they're always on boat. Whereas city folks like us, you know, we're going to be seasick, vomiting and all that. What are you doing?
I just was trying to figure out where on the map
is Quận 3 or Quận 1?
The hotel.
Oh, the hotel.
Just got to me. It's like I can't find it on the map. I don't know. I mean, I've got the address, but and then here I've got the map on the computer, but it still doesn't tell me where. Okay, so I've got the street. There it is.
Oh, you found the hotel you guys stay at when I...
Yeah, okay, yeah, there's that funny little intersection.
What's the hotel name again?
Le Petit Paris.
Le Petit?
Le Petit Paris.
Well, you know, Alex saw that online. Hotel in Vietnam.
Yeah, Ho Chi Minh. I've got the address here, so yeah.
But I would never want to come back.
On the road across the way.
I'm never going back there. You guys lived there in 2016. I'm never going back there. It's a nasty place. That place stunk ass, man. The elevator and the sewer system.
Oh, yeah, it stank.
No, there's better accommodation than that hellhole.
Yeah.
And look at that hellhole, $231 per night. Give me a break. I would never even book this place again. The place my brother stayed with his family in 2018 when I supposedly go back there with John, but I didn't. Apparently that place is supposed to be good to go, right? They even picked you up with a shuttle.
Yeah. I just remember I walked to a couple of parks that were really nice. Hongyan Taoden
What?
Park.
What's the park name? Hongyi. H-O-N-G?
CONGVIEN TAODAN. Hongyan. Yeah.
T-O-D-A-N, you say?
No. Charlie, Oscar, November, Golf.
No.
Victor, India, Echo, November. Tango, Alpha, Oscar. Delta, and Alpha. Come on, the last one is Dan, like Daniel. Delta, Alpha, November.
The park, right? Park in Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah. Just about a block and a half away from the hotel. It was a really nice park. I liked it.
I remember that. Oh, Tao Dang Park. I was there. Tao.
Not the same time I was, but
I think I walked with you guys, man.
no, I was alone.
Okay, you were walking there, and me and Van and her people were waiting for you, and then you came back and you caught us. Remember, we were waiting.
That was a different day. No, I only went to the park once, and I was alone when I went there, and I was alone when I came back. This was a couple of days, a day or so before you showed up at my door.
Okay,
with Van.
Okay, we arrived there on Wednesday. Okay, it was Friday. All right, Friday when we were waiting, and you checked in on Thursday because you pissed off my dad. So then you check in on Thursday, and on Friday, not Friday night, it was a nighttime. I was outside of Le Petit Paris Hotel, Quận 3, District 3, sitting outside with Van and talking to the taxi, the valet driver, okay? The doorman, who was having a missing teeth, okay? And Alex wanted to hook me up with the doorman. Asshole. Alex wants to hook me up with that doorman. Nice. Anyway, so he was giving me the eyes too, because he believed Alex was being serious, and I was like, I smiled too, because, Alex, you're an asshole. That was on Saturday. But Friday, we wait for like at least 2 hours. Okay? But that Friday night, he was meeting some girl that he was chatting on OK Vietnam. Her name is Yu or something. So then we waited for 2 hours, and there you came, walking back from wherever. And I'm like, oh, Kevin. Remember? That was Friday night. How do I know it's Friday night? Because fucker, Alex. That's all. Wait. Tao Đan. It's Quận 1. It's not Quận 3. We're at a different location, man. There's no park in quận 3.
Damn it.
What?
This damn website, it just keeps shifting around. I'm trying to look at something, and then the whole website just flips a page up. And I have to flip back. And then I move the map a little bit, and it flips the page up to another page.
Okay. I'm going to go take out the laundry. I think it's dry. Put on a timer. It beat me off. It beat me off. I hope your headache or your shoulder or your neck, your headache require maybe chicken noodle soup. Get a can of chicken noodles and warm it up.
Oh, I've done a bunch of that. I tried this, whatever it was, I can't remember. It was supposed to be pho, but it was the instant stuff.
Oh yeah, they're nasty.
It was terrible.
They're nasty. Well, when we get the vaccine, which won't be soon, when we do, then most definitely, we're gonna fly back to Vietnam. And that won't be until the end of the year, I'm sure.
Yeah, considering I'm not over 65, so I probably won't get vaccinated probably not till as late as August. I think that's the soonest I could ever hope for is August.
Yeah, and they probably require that entering country, so like you said last time. So many ridiculousness going on. So, like I said, probably the end of the year. And in the meantime, say what?
Just looking at some new construction going on here. I think I saw their website, but it stopped construction or something.
Well, next door neighbors, somebody call you?
No.
Next door neighbor to Thư, she sell bánh bao, which is hum bao. And all this time we thought she make them, but she got it delivered, dropped off. The company make them and drop it off at her house.
Oh, yeah, and then she sells it.
Yeah. That's another occupation that, Thư might be interested in, although it's time consuming. But, my parents teach us about being a business person, so, which her parents don't want to teach her because, actually, from what my mom said, Thu's mom used to be a very good businesswoman. Not very good, but she learned a lot better from my mom than on number 9 next door. On number 9 was terrible at business because my mom would give her a set of things to sell, and my aunt number 9 just fucked it up and just go screw around, leave her shit there hanging without anyone taking care of it. But on number 10, which is Thu mom, is very diligent. She stays local and she sells her stuff and she goes home. Maybe when I go back there, I'm thinking of enlisting Thu in a project.
Project?
A business endeavor. Like I invest in her in merchandise and expect her to sell at a local vendor. Local area. Sit there with the merchandise and try to sell.
Yeah, she wants me to. She's talked occasionally about having me move to Vietnam, and then we'll have a restaurant and I'll cook.
You cook?
Hey, I'm a good cook.
Okay. What are you gonna make? My favorite is udon. Bánh canh.
Yeah, I like udon.
Can you make that?
Hmm?
Can you? When's your next vacation? I want to come over and see how you make your udon. I'm serious about this kind of shit.
Next vacation? I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna make udon when we go to Vietnam and see how it is. I'm gonna serve the whole entire freaking neighborhood. And I want to hear, I will take a survey of how your udon is received by the neighbors. And we can proceed from there. I'll make, that's how you determine how good your udon is to be sold, right? Because we have a pot or two to sell a day. If you cannot sell your pot and it's free for the time being in that one serving, and we're gonna allot. We're gonna delegate. Once it's delicious, everybody's gonna come and get it. But they have a house in Ho Chi Minh, okay? And it's not occupied right now because Tam is living with Yang. She leave that house vacant. So that's what depends on the location. And also my uncle, the last uncle, number 11. Well, my aunt, number 11, married my uncle. Her husband, so he's my uncle. And they're in America. That's Brian Wiley's father-in-law and mother-in-law. That's Phụng Wiley parents. They have a storefront property where they rent their storefront out in the morning for an afternoon for people to sell stuff. They're not renting it out right now because they're in America. So what I'm saying, that storefront could be ours to sell udon if your udon is good. You'd be thinking about making $300 a day, man, in your retirement years. $300.
$300 a day?
Yeah, because a bowl of udon, the cheapest, is 20,000 dong, and basically it's $1 or 95 cents. But in Ho Chi Minh, most of the udon is 45,000 dong, which is $1.50, or $2. What I'm saying to you is, if you're selling it the Meitar rate, which is 20,000 dong, and a bowl is very small. It's not the bowl that you're eating. It's a small little bowl. You fit at least 1,000 of those bowls in that pot. And if you can sell 300, you got yourself covered, okay? And the meat is just one slice, a thin slice. So you don't need that much meat. And so, all you need to buy is the udon. And that's where the money is going to be costly. It's the udon noodles, all right? And that's $100 of udon. But if you can sell, 300 bowls out of $1,000 pot, you're making, you had double your expenses. So basically, you're profiting, okay? And your location, where my uncle's property is prime, because it's first district, next to the airport in Ho Chi Minh. Got it? Udon, you and me. Well, not you and me, you and your wife. I see you're busy, so I'm going to go get my laundry. I'll talk later.
I gotta use the bathroom, so.
Yeah, me too. I've been holding. Okay, bye.